I definitely, have a lot of, practice material. I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on. Sorry. Dusty material from Grandma's house. Hello again, everyone. I am back with another thrift haul combination rooting around in Grandma's attic episode here. The reason I came to do this was because I've had this pile of stuff sitting here for quite a while. I already had a bunch of bags from previous thrift hauls that I've done some videos about that you can go back through the channel and watch. But after my latest Halloween mystery sewing project editing, I realized that it was time to get out the iron I knew was in this pile. I'd had previous encounters with my iron getting leaky, and I happened to mention it to my mother, where do you get a good iron these days? And she said, oh, I have a second one I'm not using here, take it. And it's been sitting here in this pile. And now I need it to do some of the nice finishing touches, the final press on my Halloween mystery sewing project. A few months ago now, in the summer, I was at my parents' and I got some supplies. I was actually just at my parents' again not that long ago, and all they gave me was food. But I did go to the thrift shop with my mother. So I picked up a few things. Oh, I had this table that's actually been here a while now. This was $4. And I have a similar one to this already. And these are meant to come with a glass and a skirt and a table topper and everything. But I have one in my room already. And this one now, I have a matching tablecloth actually, can match my other lamp. When I redid those lamps with the nice fancy fringe, I can have matching tables now beside them. And then I can use my other tables for piling more crap on top, apparently. All right, let's dive in because stuff's already fallen out of here. Of course, I was really excited to find these capes actually hanging in the linen section of the thrift store. These were $6, and then I was so surprised I couldn't believe that I actually found two of them, two of the exact same. Now, you know me, I could just leave these as adorable little capes, but I've mentioned in a couple other thrift and sewing videos about projects I always have in the back of my mind, and I've been thinking about that green velvet holiday project, and I'm really half tempted to just cut the border off of this and reuse this for another project. Again, in the back of my mind, I was thinking for $6, I couldn't buy this kind of fur and this kind of gold trim. Obviously, this is not, super luxury, expensive, real fur fancy stuff or finite braid work, but just for a fun costume project. So I was like, oh wow, okay, this is worth $6. Okay, I also found in the linen section, this was $3. It's just a little Halloween remnant. Oh, can I open it up? Let me see. There we go. Oh, wow, okay, wait, it's two pieces. All right. So obviously this was the end of a roll or something. But you know what? It's two little pieces like this. I'm kind of tempted to cut these little guys in half, maybe. So that way I get enough to go around, maybe to make a little baby skirt. Little baby holiday skirt. Every little piece of fabric now, I think, well, I can always just run an elastic through it, and now it's going to be baby clothes, right? So, and I'm not going to use this for my Halloween mystery project. All right, that's already only needs the finishing touches. So the whole point of that project was to use things that I had in my stash to just put everything together in a fun patchwork. And yet I'm still, it's like, oh, my Halloween drawer is empty. It needs to be replenished. Horror addicts understand, right? All right, there are more thrift things in here. I found another glue gun for $3. It's so funny. Whenever I see these new, like this still in the package at the thrift store. I think this is the second one that I've gotten now at the thrift store, because I had one glue gun for a really, really, really long time, and it finally died on me, and I had the second one that I found thrift handy, so I got another one. I'll use that. Already things are just piling back up on that table I showed you. You see how bad I am when I get a blank table surface? I feel like it needs to have stuff on it. All right. Oh, I got, this is the holiday time. What? Oh, Walmart. Yeah, that's the Walmart brand. This was $1.50 for, I guess it was originally 25 yards of ribbon. I'm not sure if there's still that amount of ribbon, but that's a good bit of ribbon. And again, I guess this is more decorative. For most people make bows out of this, but to me, I'm like, ooh, red ribbon. Ooh, another thrift sewing grab bag. I did rip this open just to see what was in it. I ripped it open to see if there was something in it that I could use for my Halloween sewing project. You know, I saw that it had a lot of trim tapes and things in here, and I thought, you know, does it have anything that would be useful to me right now? Like, here we go, Stitch Wizards. A lot of the iron hem tapes are in here. Generally, if I buy these for the couple dollars, I get the black, of course, for understandable clothing reasons. But it was $4 for this whole bag, so these more than paid for themselves. This is Sew and Loop Velcro in black. More little sticky back Velcro pieces, which honestly, if you're sewing for kids costuming, just Velcroing up the back is like the easiest thing. Patches. This is so funny. I was just explaining this to my mother the other day when we were in the thrift store. My father asked me, did I have any patches to go on like his elbow or his knee? And I said, Dad, I said, you can't go in the store and buy these anymore, I don't think. So that was kind of funny that we were talking about that, and here in this grab bag there was some patchwork. Okay, Dad, there you go, patches for you. Now, there is yellow tool tape in here. There's no orange. I was looking for orange. I thought, oh, would orange help me in my project? But again, yellow, I can, as I said, somewhere in some of my videos, I think I'm trying to convince myself, I can sew things of color for children, for babies, for other people. So there's also a little light blue. These are baby friendly colors. So, ooh, can you see that? Hooks and eyes, nice old fashioned. And these, I feel like the old fashioned ones are slightly bigger. I guess you can order bigger ones when you need them today, but I love little hooks and eyes. I always use these. These are the kind of things, like, again, as I said, for $4 though, that's what you would probably pay for this one little thing. And I got all in this little tiny bag. I love when I see some of these grab bags. I have been a good girl. I saw another thing of a grab bag of thread cones that I did not buy because, I mean, I'm still working on my 6,000 yards here. So this one is a green. Is there any more of these tools in here? Oh, another blue. So, and these alone also cost a couple dollars a piece. What's this? A button cover kit. I could definitely use this out of my button jar. I started sorting through that and I found some buttons that I wanted to do some jewelry, that I wanted to make just fancy clips. What is this? Rib sockets. No sew gripper buttons. Oh, these are snaps. Oh, okay. Look, they have the cute little girl representation there. All right. Oh, as if I needed more buttons. No, I didn't need any more buttons. A swim bra hook for swimsuit tops and lingerie. Oh, okay. It's just one of those little plastics. Ladies know what I mean when you have a little rip in the back of your bra and you need to reattach one of those little plastic pieces, which I didn't even know that you could actually buy this. But folks who like the retro kind of sewing for like a little halter top, this would be quite useful. What's this? More Velcro, industrial strength. Okay. Oh, now brown. Now these are. Okay, and there's 2 of them. I do wear brown. Hi, Ted. Believe it or not, I do. And I wear brown and black together. I don't think they conflict. I think black goes with everything. So, I will use these. And again, I'll use these because I got them now in a thrift bag for $4. I wouldn't go to the store and expressly say, oh, I need brown trim, but yes, I will use these now. I'll be glad to have them. More snaps, more buttons, snaps, buttons, more Velcro. There's a picture. Can you see this? There's a picture of a remote control Velcroed to the side of the table. Why would anybody Velcro the remote control to the side of the table? Oh well. Oh, a bigger button kit and more Velcro. So this little stash, much more than paid for itself. Oh, I got these little drawers for $3. So I actually, instead of having some of my immediate little bobbins and things loose here on the table, I thought being able to have a little caddy of my immediate things to move around, which again, I think these cost more than $3 when you buy them new. Aha. Fabric. They had a whole bin. Someone must have donated something massive. They had an entire bin that was just bundles and bundles of this kind of suiting fabric. There was stripes, there was brown, and I was, of course, tempted by everything. But I chose just this one that is maybe like a charcoal. Oh, I didn't realize it was 2 pieces. Okay. It's kind of a charcoal. I'm sorry, tone on tone with my dark colors are tough to see. But there is a faint kind of burgundy or merlot color kind of stripe in here. And so I just thought, wow, to make a really nice pair of pants or a nice skirt. And this bundle was $5. So the navy, there were other different stripes that really weren't my style. I thought, well, I could buy them just because it's fabric and it's a nice deal, but am I realistically going to use them? No. Well, this is a different one. This is kind of like just a nice gray houndstooth type. Can you see that? All right. I can get 2 skirts. Woohoo! That's my answer to everything when I find a thing like this, that I'll just make a skirt. And I don't. I think I've actually made 2. I know I said I wasn't going to buy the grab bag of the mini cones, but I went into the thrift store and there were 2 of these. This was actually the smaller of the 2. It was $5. I'm making my whole table. I will never have to buy black thread for the rest of my life. This just says undress 30 to 1 black. Doesn't say the yards. But if this little guy is 6,000 yards, I have no idea what this would be. And you know, with this giant roll in the back of my mind, after I was using this to keep making multiple bobbins to just have, as you can see, use a bobbin on the top of the machine and in the case. I was looking into other types of bobbins or getting a bigger, they make separate winders where you can have the cones on them permanently. But I decided to go with, I just bought like a bulk pack of 60 bobbins, because in the back of my mind I thought, even if I just wind half of these with black, I would still never dent this little guy right here. And it's ironic, I also saw this. I guess you can probably get in the craft store. It's difficult to show. They're little plastic little cone thingies. That's a technical sewing term. I'm really sophisticated now. I used a sewing term. Thingies. Thingamajigs. These are actually meant to go inside these cones to actually make them machine adaptable. I don't know if it's really going to work or not. You have to sort of squeeze it in and let it pop in there. So I'm going to have to give these a try. But I ordered these online total. It was $10 for everything. So I thought, well, I'll give these a whirl. If they don't work, it's okay. I still have all these giant bobbins. So I am totally stocked sewing supply wise. And last time I was in Goodwill, I actually saw individual patterns that were marked for $3. And I thought that's really high. And I don't really need them. They're not really something that I would use. And I let them go. So if I was having any kind of thrift therapy addiction, I curbed myself. I'm getting better. This guy's taught me a lesson. This is like, sometimes enough is enough. These goofy things I have been tossing every which way around here. They've been everywhere. I have those, and I have these big ones. My mother gave these to me a while ago. They were doing inventory where she works. And these actually are the things that go inside, like apparently the shoes and the boots when they come in their big boxes. And she said, I saw those goofy candles that you always make all the time. And she said, and these reminded me of you. So thanks, Mom. When you saw trash, you thought of me being creative. You know your daughter so well. I am tempted. Oh, this one's kind of gnarly looking. I am tempted to do some kind of maybe like the red tape around here to get kind of like a candy cane maybe, and put some kind of little faux light or something up here, and maybe have like a little holiday candle type thing. I don't know. Again, I enjoy the possibilities. These things keep giving me ideas, but I am just going to keep them kind of in this bag where they've been living all this time. Well, hello. Hi. Hello, Teddy. Were you jealous that your brother Gritty was getting attention on the camera? Hi. Why couldn't you have jumped up here and saved me when that spider was right there, Ted? Hey, Dweeb. Hi. Hello. Hello, Teddy. Aha! The iron. I know there are really great gravity industrial kind of irons. I don't necessarily need that. I just needed one that worked. Okay, I think I had my previous iron for like 15 or 20 years. So this seems like really like futuristic and high tech to me. Wow. So, yeah, I need to put this guy to work. Yes, there's 2 bags. Now this tells you, folks, you know how far back I'm going. If anybody is familiar with Ames department store, I think I know what's in here. If my mother had these curtains for years. She was going through all her stuff and said, I have all these curtains. Do you want these curtains? She said, they're old. I don't care what you do with them. Which means that my mother knows that I'm probably going to do something with them besides use them as curtains. She used to get angry when I would cut up her sheets and make teepees. But that's another story. Actually, these probably all need to be washed. Now, I haven't really gotten into these, so I don't know if they're sheer and old and delicate. My nieces are into tie-dye stuff, making their own tie-dye, and I was thinking, I knew that all of this was kind of white cream or beige or just faded yellow maybe. And I was thinking, geez, I would just love to dye everything black. But if this is so delicate, I've never dyed things before, so I don't know what kind of, how it would take, if the material would last under some kind of heavy dyeing process. And it's ironic, I saw some gray dye in the store, and I thought, well, even maybe if I get halfway, because to me, this is a cute ruffle, but I mean, it's white. What else could I do with these? But see, I kept thinking maybe I could make a new petticoat, make a few, kind of under kind of skirts and ruffles with all this stuff. A lot of these that are just valances. But yeah, to me, I see, lines and lines of petticoat ruffles. So I have to go through everything that's in here. I'll probably put everything through the washer maybe to see how well things stand up. Give them a wash, but maybe not the dryer. Maybe let them air dry. And yeah, you can see, if you can see on camera, how some of them do have kind of yellow, kind of old, kind of lines to them. So I feel like the best use of this would be just as some occasional kind of underpinnings. Now, in the winter, well, pre-plague, when it was in the winter, I would tend to double up a lot of my dresses, or wear my shorter dresses with a couple of the longer skirts or something underneath, just as a layer for warmth. But at the same time, when you do that, it's like back then when I was coming and going on a daily basis, it was like you're wearing out your clothes a lot more. So it's like, wow, it seems like there's a lot of these valances. There's a bunch of different materials in here. They're not all the same thing, because these things are just, I think these were hanging in my parents' house for years, actually. And see, this is the kind, see, there's parts that are already fraying, I think. So I don't think, maybe this one would probably not, it's so sheer. I don't know that this one would survive a dye process, but maybe stuff like this. Oh, that's funny. I feel there's hem weights. There's hem weights inside here. Wow. Depending on what your finishing fancy kind of fabrics are, if you're using something that's maybe of similar weight or style or of material, this would be great for a practice for doing your pattern. It's a little itchy. That might just be me, maybe because it's old and maybe it's been sitting here dusty. But I think this fabric definitely feels nicer for petticoat usage. So I'm not sure what I would use these. There's a whole bunch. I have no idea what some of this stuff is. I feel like all of this must have been a set of some sort at some point when you, well, I feel like, okay, this might be like a split valance where one goes one way and one goes the other, and then there must be the in-between piece in here, because remember back in the day where the bedspread, the curtains, everything matched, the ruffle, the dust ruffle, and again, all I'm seeing here is ruffles, that even if I just cut off and use all the ruffles in here, my mother's probably having a fit that this was really old-fashioned, valuable, expensive stuff back in the day. Ruffs, man, ruffs. Wow, there's a lot of this stuff. Is there big pieces in here? Oh, oh, I see. There was a little tab top connector. These, might even just be, if honestly, I'm looking at this, and to me, this would be like some really great sewing practice if you just wanted to make an apron. I mean, if it gets dirty, so what? Is this the same as this, but in beige? I thought that there were some really actually nice curtains in here that I would use maybe as actual curtains. These are pleat pocket. Oh, these are fancy. These are fancy. Okay. I can definitely make things out of these materials. The question is telling my mother about it. My mother will be like, where are those curtains that I gave you? You didn't hang those up? Like, yeah, Mom, they're under my petticoat. This bag. If anybody else in my family... Oh, okay, there's a spider. I'm not normally afraid of spiders, and it's so nice to see space back here. Wow. But, I keep seeing spiders a lot recently, and it's kind of creeping me out. Okay. Anybody in my family will recognize this bag. I've had this bag, I kid you not, for probably 30 years. And I don't really want to show... Ooh, okay, there is a spider. They're just in my stuff, and I'm reaching for things, and I don't know that they're there. That's when spiders bug me. Okay. Eventually we'll get what's in this bag. Okay, I don't even want to show everything that's in this bag because this is going to be part of my Gothic painting project that I spent so much time on my Halloween mystery sewing that I realized it was too much to have a sewing and a painting project going at once. But the Gothic painting project is something that's also going to be baby friendly. But, you know, I have a couple years yet before it's something that she would actually want to use. So, maybe I feel like I'm not as rushed in that. So, if the spider was on the outside, what's on the inside here anyway? What's in here is toys. Okay, this was like one of my favorite bags, like, of toy things. But there's also, like, everything that I thought was a toy that I collected and accumulated in my little bag, which apparently includes grapes. I guess this is supposed to be, I think this is supposed to be a plastic plum. There's, okay. I know what this is. This little thing is the chair that actually belongs in the Batcave. The Batcave toy that came out from the 1989 Michael Keaton, Tim Burton movie. That is where this belongs. But apparently, I guess it broke off and I stuck it in my toy stash. Okay, there's also there's a screwdriver. And there is some kind of... This is some kind of jelly squeeze kind of keychain that got stuck to this doll couch. So I don't want to... I'm not going to get into this entire... Okay, I will keep the screwdriver. And I don't know what I'm necessarily going to do with the plum. I might actually use the grapes, actually. But I don't want to get into this entire thing right now. Yeah, I will probably take a moment where I can lay this out on a rug and just be prepared and just dump everything out and choose what I want to use here for my little Gothic project. So this can't stay there. This also has to find a new home. This is becoming a longer video than I intended because I'm still finding so much stuff in this pile. And I would have left the pile here, but I needed the iron. And now I'm finding okay, it is a sewing machine. Wow. Okay. I remember this sewing machine. My sister went through a phase where she was trying to sew. Um, and so she got this machine. I guess anybody who's really curious or who's really a sewing machine expert there, Ken Moore, it's Sears brand, and there's the model number, so I can probably look up what the year is. But this is still a machine that's probably 10, 15, if not 20 years old, which is still younger than my machine. And it's ironic because this was at my sister's house, and she said, come get it. Then I was at my mother's house, my mother said, come get it. And I've been sewing on my machine and always fighting and adjusting the tension on my machine when I had a new machine sitting here the entire time. Okay, and you know, it's been 101 years since I've had a new sewing machine. And you know, one of the reasons, whoa, okay, no spiders, right? Okay, there's other accoutrements in here. This is one of those little glass beads things. Oh, I'll use this. Hey, why not? Okay. For a minute, I thought, wow, this machine is so high tech that it came with like a instructional CD, but this is just, no, this is just some other random CD. But it does have the book. And that's important, I feel, because I don't have the book for my machine anymore. So when I get those tension issues, I wonder about, yes, how I can unscrew and disassemble my piece, or does it need any kind of oil, or what specifically can I use in it to do a better cleaning job. And I'm not sure. It's one of those, I didn't want to disassemble the machine and have something go wrong. Even though some machines, you know, I could just go buy a futuristic one that you press a button and it does everything for you, but that's not my style. I don't need the CD. Oops. So that's funny. There's, okay, my sister left some, is this a bobbin case? Mini Ultra. I have no idea. Okay, this goes to something else. Oops. Because here is the cord and the foot, right? Is it one cord? Maybe not. Uh-oh. I might need that guy back. All right. Can I even? Okay. Let's see. This is a bobbin case. Okay. I have real trouble with the old-fashioned drop bobbins, so I prefer bobbin case. I don't know about a plastic bobbin, though. Oh, I don't do that. A plastic bobbin with pink thread. Excuse me? Okay, there's still stray thread in here. You know, I bet you my sister probably jammed it and probably didn't know how to fix it. So I'll have to look at the book just to see how to, is this open on the side? How to see how to do my stitches. I'll definitely have to give this guy a whirl. She broke the needle. I've got, you know, a couple universal needles to try, and I can actually study this manual. Okay. I'm just finding all kinds of goods and mysteries and spiders, aren't I? So I have to go through this guy, have a little fun experimenting with this. Oh. I don't know why there was a gray ribbon in this bag, but part of me is also like, hey, gray ribbon. All right. So I need to find a home for this machine, probably back here on my table. Find a home for my giant thread. You can follow Kbatz Krafts on Instagram and Facebook. That's where I've been posting some of the more in-progress photos or the more finite details in my Halloween sewing vlog video. And I need to clear all this off so I can finish some of my pretty things and get some pretty photos of that.